Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss energy, units of energy, forms of energy, expression of kinetic energy, potential energy, and expression of potential energy. Okay, so first of all, what is energy? So, the definition of energy is the capacity of a body to perform work is called its energy. Right? What is energy? Energy is capacity to do any work. If you have energy, you can perform a work. If you have if you have no energy, you can't perform any work. Okay, if you have more energy, you can perform more work. If you have less energy, you can perform less work. Okay, this is a simple concept. So, as a unit of energy, the energy is measured in terms of work. Energy is measured in terms of work. So, the unit of work and the energy both will be same, and we know that the unit of work is joule. Therefore, the units of energy is also joule in SI system. So there are many types of energy, there are many forms of energy, and unit will be same for every form. For examples, mechanical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy, electromagnetic energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, solar energy, etc. So today we are going to discuss mainly mechanical energy. So mechanical energy have two forms. First one is kinetic energy and second one is potential energy. So first of all, we are going to discuss about kinetic energy. Okay? So mechanical energy is divided into two parts, kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy is due to motion of the object, and potential energy because of its specific position. Understood? Kinetic energy due to the motion of the object, and potential energy due to the specific position of the object. Understood? And work done by a force to displace a stationary object is equal to kinetic energy. Suppose you applied a force. There is a object of mass n. If you applied a force F, due to this force, this object displaced a distance s. Due to this force, this object M displaced from here to here, say point A to point B. In this case, work done by the force to displace a stationary object is equal to kinetic energy. So therefore kinetic energy will be equal to work done, right? But potential energy stored in an object depends on height above the earth surface. Say this is earth surface. An object is, say this is the height of 10 meter. But there is one more object which is at the height of 15 meter, which have more potential energy. So the object which are at the height of 15 meter has more potential energy, because potential energy depends on height. Understood? Suppose I am standing here. If I am in rest, I have mass, but I am in rest, I have no any kinetic energy. Understood? If a ball is kept on the surface of the earth, in that case there is no any potential energy because there is no height. So if there is no height from the surface of the earth, there is no potential energy, and if there is no motion in the object, then there is no any kinetic energy. Suppose you are on the first floor and you are in rest on the first floor, then since you are in rest, therefore you have only potential energy because you are on first floor, they have some height, so in this case you have only potential energy. But if an object is on first floor and they are moving, so in this case there is height, and since there is motion, so in this case that object have both, that is kinetic energy as well as potential energy, right? So now we will derive the expression of kinetic energy, right? There is one formula, so I will derive how to calculate potential energy as well as kinetic energy. So first of all we will see kinetic energy. Okay, so expression for kinetic energy. Okay, suppose there is an object of mass m. On this mass, but one force F is applied. Initially object is in rest, therefore U is equal to 0. Due to this applied force, this object or this mass displaced a distance s with the acceleration small a. Okay, see here v is the final velocity. Initially an object of mass m, they were in rest. Due to this applied force, this object moves and displaced a distance s with a uniform acceleration a. See, this is v is the final velocity at this point. Okay, so in this case work done is equal to how much? Work done is equal to force into displacement, force into displacement, work done. W is equal to force F into displacement S. Displacement is S. But according to second law of motion, according to Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma. Equation number 1, we can give equation number 1. Now using Newton's second equation of motion, according to now from Newton's second equation of, see, here is Newton's second equation of motion, here is Newton's second law of motion. I have told you both. Okay, so according to Newton's second equation of motion, S is equal to ut plus half at square. So here u is 0 because initially object was in rest. So therefore S is equal to 0 into T plus half a T square, that is S is equal to half a T square. Say this is equation number 2. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Understood? Now do one thing. Give equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3. Now what you have to do, put F is equal to ma in equation number 1 and put S is equal to 1 upon 2 at square in equation number 1. Understood? What I am doing here, I am putting the value of F and S. So from equation 1, W is equal to F is equal to how much? Ma into S is equal to how much? 1 upon 2 into A into T square. So W will be equal to 1 upon 2 A into A, that is A square T square. So W will be equal to 1 upon 2. We can write here 1 upon 2 M. We can write here A square T square bracket A T square. Yes or no? Yes. Now from Newton's first equation of motion, give equation number 4. From Newton's first equation of motion. First equation of motion. What is Newton's first equation of motion? That is V is equal to U plus AT. But here V is equal to 0, since initially object was in rest. So this will be equal to 0. 0 plus AT, that is 80. Question number 5. Now put V is equal to 80 in equation number 4. Put V is equal to 80 in equation number 4. So from equation 4, W will be equal to half into M into AT is equal to how much? AT is equal to V. So in place of AT we can write here V. So V, and here is square, V square. Therefore W is equal to half M V square. Therefore kinetic energy gained by an object is the amount of work done on the object. Therefore, kinetic energy gained by an object is the amount of work done on it or on the object. So kinetic energy gained by an object is the amount of work done. So work done, this kinetic energy gained by an object is equal to amount of work done. Therefore, in place of W, we can write here kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. This is important formula. Important for the numerical purpose of you. Okay. So I will take one example here. An example I want to take. So this was the expression. So this way we can find kinetic energy Ke is equal to half mv square. If I say a object is moving with the velocity of 10 meter per second, an object of mass, say an object, this is m, having mass say 5 kilogram, this is moving with the velocity of 10 meter per second. So can you find the kinetic energy of this object? So of course kinetic energy in this case, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square is the main formula. So 1 upon 2 into, in this case, if an object of mass 5 kilogram is moving with the velocity of 10 meter per second, kinetic energy is equal to half into n is equal to how much? 5 into v square. V is, here is 10. So 10 square, that is 100. 2 1 the 2 5 the 10, 5 to the 10 0. That is 5 5 the 25 and 1 0. So this much joule. So therefore kinetic energy of this object is equal to how much? 250 joule. The unit of kinetic energy is joule. Okay. So now next is expression for potential energy. That is easy. So expression for potential energy, that is PE. So in this case, say this is the ground. Here is an object of mass m. If you have to lift this, you have to lift this at the distance of h. Distance, how much distance? H, or height of the object. You have lifted this m from the surface of the earth to at the distance of h. H is the height. So what you have to do, you have to exert the force. You have to exert the force on this mass. So in this case, you have to apply the force. You have to apply a force of magnitude F is equal to mg, and F is equal to mg. This force will act against the gravitational force, because we know that Earth exerts gravitational force on any object near it. So this much force you have to apply against gravitational force by the earth. Understood? So work done is equal to, we know that since work done is equal to again force into displacement. So in this case, work done W is equal to, force is equal to how much? mg into displacement is h. Initially object was here, now object is here, displacement is h. Therefore work done is equal to mgh, and this work done is potential. This work done is potential energy stored in the object of mass m at the height h from the earth surface. this work done is what? This is potential energy stored in the object. So this work done is what? This work done is potential energy stored. Potential energy stored in the object at the height of h from the surface of Earth. So therefore, in place of W, PE means potential energy is equal to mgh. This is the formula to find potential energy. Okay. So I will take one example. This is important. You have to learn this. This is important. IMP means important. Okay. If I say 500 kilogram water is stored in the overhead tank at the height of 10 meter from the Earth's surface, find the potential energy. I mean to say, this is Earth and this is a building. On this building, here is a tank. Here is a tank. They have water of how much? Water of 500 kilogram at the height of 10 meter from the Earth. This is the building of height 10 meter from the Earth. This tank have water of 500 kilogram. So in this you have to find potential energy of the water which is at the height of 10 meter. So in this case, simply potential energy will be equal to mgh. M is equal to how much? M is equal to 500. G is equal to, for the convenience point of view, take G is equal to 10. Actually, G is the acceleration due to gravity and its value is 9.8 meter per second. But for the simple calculation, I have taken G is equal to 10. Okay, 10. H is equal to how much? H is equal to 10. So this will be equal to 50,870 will be joule. So this water tank have 50,000 joule energy, potential energy. Okay. So one more example I will take. This is for homework. This is homework for you. Okay. The homework is homework. Say this is Earth. This is the building. The height of the building is say 20 meter. Height of the building is 20 meter. Here is one ball of mass 5 kilogram. They are moving with the speed of 4 meter per second. One building is here. The height of the building is 20 meter. This is the ground surface. One wall is there having mass 5 kilogram or 2 kilogram. 2 kilogram. They are moving with the velocity of 4 meter per second. In this case, you have to find first one, kinetic energy of the ball. Second, potential energy of the ball. Third one, total energy. Total energy of the ball. Total energy of the ball means kinetic energy as well as potential energy. First of all, you have to find kinetic energy, then you have to find potential energy, then you have to add total energy means total energy, TE means kinetic energy plus potential energy. Total energy TE mean is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Kinetic energy half mv square, potential energy mgh. Understood? So this will be the homework for you. Thank you.